Hello everyone, welcome back, Severed is here, coming back with part 3 of What If Deku Had Cremation. Now, where we last left off, Izuku has gone into his first day on UA, and after, making a friend with becoming a friend with Kirishima, telling him his story about his quirk, and smashing the head of Meneta into the wall after seeing him trying to peek on the girls' changing room, and getting the 10th place, the 10th place on the quirk apprehension test. He, left the UA and started walking with Kirishima, telling him about the first time that he used, that his quirk manifested, and Kirishima telling him on his, first time, also telling him about his first time that his quirk manifested, and they just walk in, and Izuku just come back into his house. And the next day, Izuku go into UA as, him get into the class as Kirishima will come in and say, "Yo, Izu bro, welcome." As Izuku said, "Oh, good morning, Kirishima. What do you think we're gonna do today?" As Kirishima said, "I don't know. I doesn't really know what's on the mind of Mr. Aizawa. What do you think he will gonna do today?" As Izuku said, "I don't know. Maybe something like fighting against robot or something like that." As Kirishima said, "Maybe." And after that, Aizawa, stand up from under the desk and said, "It took you all 7 seconds to shut up. That won't do. You're so annoying. But this will gonna just be a waste of time of just talking with you. Today we will gonna do a heroes versus villains exam, but I will not be the one that will gonna teach you. Instead, someone else will gonna do." And after that, they start hearing a sound from the alleyway as the door open up, revealing Endeavor. Why? Because All Might is so busy teaching Miria how to control One for All, and Endeavor have decided to be the one that taking care of this exam, because he have some plans in his mind. And after that, everyone's seeing Endeavor. They got chilled down their spines. Only Izuku said, "Endeavor? Really?" As, he getting excited. Shoto looking at Izuku exciting, he just getting disgusted from Izuku, saying in his mind, "So that's why he like Endeavor. Of course, he like my old man. Asshole." As, Endeavor said, "Yes, today we will gonna do a quirk apprehension. Heroes versus villains exam. Now, first of all, you will gonna all need to wear your hero outfits." And after that, Endeavor press on a button and revealing everyone hero outfit. As he said, "Meet me outside at the fake city A, and don't get late." As he, looking directly at Izuku. And after that, when everyone, changing their clothes, they go into, the fake city A, as all of them just talking about how their hero outfits looking cool and everything. As Endeavor said, where is Midoriya?" As after that, Izuku from the from behind saying, "I'm here." As they see Izuku wearing this as his hero outfit. As Kirishima seeing Izuku, he said, "Yo, Izuku, you looking dope, man. You're looking sick." As Izuku said, "Thank you, Kirishima. I see that you're really looking also good." As Kirishima said, "Yeah, it nothing much because, my quirk is hardening." As Izuku said, "Yeah." And Izuku outfit is basically, how can I say it, is very great against fire or, high temperature of heat. And he wearing a gas mask because he need oxygen to breathe. So his mask is, making him breathe, we are humans normally breathe air with lots of things, not just oxygen, like gas and things like that with the air. Izuku mask turning that air that he breathing, taking only pure oxygen, making him just breathe pure oxygen, leaving every other kind of gas away. And of course, he's still wearing in his left arm the black glove to, make no one see his scars. As you know, Endeavor seeing that Izuku finally come, he said, "All right, everyone, we will gonna do a quirk up. I mean, heroes versus villains exam. There will be one against one. Understand?" As Aizawa said into Endeavor, "Hey, Endeavor, that not was supposed to be." As Endeavor said, "Don't worry, I know what I'm doing." As he said, "Now the teams will be Mizuku Midoriya against Shota Todoroki for the first round." As Todoroki looking at Izuku and Izuku looking at him. As Endeavor in his mind saying, "Now let's see who is the best from you two." And after that, Izuku, go to Todoroki and said, "Well, let's have a nice battle, Todoroki." As Todoroki just go inside the building. As Izuku said, what's wrong with him?" As Kirishima said, "Well, Izu bro, good luck." As Izuku said, "Yeah, Kirishima, I don't need luck." As after that, Izuku just standing outside of the arena while everyone is just watching from the camera's room. Endeavor said, "Now, begin." And after that, Todoroki immediately frees the whole building. As Izuku said, he froze the whole building. Great. Immediately, Izuku put his hand on the ground and engulf, the building with Cremation, turning all the ice into water, and even turn the water into just gas. As Izuku just walking, coming into the second floor, the third floor, the third floor, the fourth, and after that, and the fifth floor. He see, Todoroki standing in front of the bomb. As he immediately, once he see Izuku, immediately throw a mountain of ice at Izuku. Izuku immediately getting, covered with the ice. As Todoroki said, "Now this must be ended by now." As Aizawa in the camera's room said, "Izuku inside the ice. You need to stop the match." As Endeavor just, standing, watching, seeing what will gonna happen. As Todoroki saying in his mind, "Why is my old man didn't end the match already?" And after that, the ice around Izuku start to crack a little bit, and after that he blew up with Cremation, turning the whole ice into just basically gas. As Izuku said, "Ouch, that was so cold. I love it." And after that, Izuku throw a fire beam at Todoroki. Todoroki making a wall of ice to protect himself. The wall turned into just into water, and after that Izuku jumped from the smoke and throw a fire punch at Todoroki's stomach, throwing him into the wall. Izuku throwing a tentacle using his Cremation, creating like a tentacle with his left arm and throw it at Todoroki, wrap it around his body, and after that he said, "Are you give up? Are you giving up?" As Todoroki said, "Never!" And after that, using his right side, throwing much more ice at Izuku. Izuku, making a wall of Cremation in front of him to protect himself. Todoroki using his ice, trying to, keep him, cut off Izuku tentacle from his body. And after that, he getting free from Izuku tentacle as he just continue throwing ice. Izuku just, punching the ice and throwing fire, balls, engulfing his hand with Cremation to be able to punch it. As Todoroki start getting frostbite, and Izuku taking this chance immediately, jump at Izuku and pinning him into the ground, putting his hand on his, right side, because he, seeing how Todoroki not using his left, he just got hold of his right side and put the capturing tape around his arms. As in the, camera's room, Endeavor said, "Huh, Izuku Midoriya wins." And after that, Izuku, left Todoroki and said, "That was a great fight from you, Todoroki. as Todoroki getting angry and said, "Don't touch me." As Izuku said, what's wrong with you, Todoroki? Why are you so angry about me? What did I did to you? As Todoroki said, "Don't talk with me ever again, flame demon." As Izuku said in his mind, "Great, he's just like Bakugo, isn't he?" And after that, Endeavor just calling for Izuku and Midori. I mean, Izuku and Todoroki to come into the camera's room. As he said, "Well, that was a strong fight between Midori and Todoroki. Can anyone tell me here who was the MVP of this match?" As Momo started talking. As Endeavor said, "That's right. Midoriya used all what he. Midoriya was creative with his powers, creating, you know, creating things with his flames, trying to use as much as possible from his power to defeat Todoroki quickly. Todoroki. I mean Todoroki. Yes. Why am I talking weird today? As Izuku, Endeavor explaining about how Izuku is the MVP and Todoroki needed to use his flames, as Todoroki just, looking away. And after that, the day of the school ended. As Izuku and Kirishima just walking away, Izuku said, that was a good fight between you and Bakugo. Too bad that you lost." As Kirishima said, "Yeah, Bakugo explosion is really so fucking strong." As Izuku said, "They are not that strong." As Kirishima said, "Yeah, you didn't feel it." As Izuku said, "Oh, believe me, I felt it before." As Izuku started explaining about his history with Bakugo, Kirishima said, Did Bakugo really was telling you that you are a flame demon? I also really wonder why, he told you that in the last day that you are a flame demon or something like that." As Izuku said, "Yeah, I burned him when I, accidentally activated my quirk, and that's what happened between us. We were friends before, but right now, things changed." As, Kirishima just walking with Izuku just leaving Kirishima, coming back to his house. As, and the next, while he's just walking, he hears a sound from an alleyway saying, "Oh, hey, Midoriya." As Izuku looking into the alleyway, he see Fen. As Izuku said, "What? You again? What are you doing here?" As Fen said, "Hey, I just want to talk with you. Seeing that you saved my life that day, I'm owe you one." As Izuku said, "Alright, but are you really a vigilante?" As, Fen said, "Yeah, I'm kinda is. So, what are you gonna do tomorrow in your hero school?" As Izuku said, "You are a vigilante." As Fen said, "Yup, and what about that?" Izuku said, "I am will gonna become a hero." Ooh, and what's that supposed to mean? As Izuku said, "I have to capture you." As Fen said, "No, you don't." Izuku said, "Yes, I do." Fen said, "Well, technically you don't." As Izuku said, "I will gonna become a hero. I need to capture you." As Fen said, "Oh, come on, we already became friends." As Izuku said, "Who said I'm your friend?" As Fen said, "Oh, come on, you know that you are my friend." As Izuku said, "I'm not your friend." Fen said, "Seriously, I got for us a pizza, to eat a pizza on the roofs." As Izuku said, "Wait, pizza?" As Fen said, "Yup, and some cola. Do you want? I want to talk with you about some things. I really just, never had friends before. Not really. The most of my friends are just trying to capture me. Like that one Kamui Woods. Me and him are really good friends. He always trying to throw his weird, wood thing around me and capture me and telling me to stop doing what I am doing and I am a disgrace to heroes or something like that. He, taking his job too seriously, which making me always laugh at him. As Izuku said, well, I have a couple of minutes. As Finn said, great, come on. And after that, Finn opened, take off his, green, his green, sorry, his green back and take from it such a long, stairs, such a long, like, the stairs that normally people climb on to get into higher places. As Izuku said, yeah, pocket dimension, I remember. As, Fen said, come on, let's get on the roof. And after that, they just get on the roof. Fen taking his, leather back into his back, a bag. I I'm sorry, guys. I just doesn't know. Let's just continue to the story. Focus, goddamn focus. As Fen said, so what? Why do you want to become a hero? As Izuku said, well, normally I try to become a hero to, to make people respect me and to make them stop calling me like devil. As Fen said, a devil? I fought it against devils before. My father once had a red sword that made out of a blade of a, made out of a blood of a demon. As Izuku said, seriously? Are you seriously think that I will gonna believe that? As Finn said, no, I don't. So, why does he calling you a flame demon? As Izuku explained the story to Finn, Finn said, cool. To be honest with you, that's a cool nickname, to be honest. It's such a sick nickname. As Izuku said, yeah, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, whatever. As, Finn giving him a piece of a pizza, Izuku starts eating it on the top of the roof while the sun is, going down. As Finn said, isn't it always so beautiful to see the sunset? As Izuku said, yeah, it's reminding me of how always the fire could be more of something to warm the heart instead of just burning the body. As Finn said, man, you really are about flames and everything, don't you? So, how about we go out in the night and, kick some asses of villains and maybe go and, rob a bank? What do you say about that? As Izuku said, hell no, I'm not robbing a bank. As Finn said, oh come on, I just need someone to, hold my camera so I can put the video on the internet. As Izuku said, are you seriously putting videos on internet? As Finn said, yeah, I mean, I need to share my adventures with my fans. As Izuku said, what kind of kid is this? What am I even doing here? Wait, my mom! As Finn said, don't worry, I already made like a clone of you. As Izuku said, wait, what? As Finn said, yeah, I just, I have some device in my bag that I took from such a great, such a crazy scientist that can duplicate anyone. I already duplicate you and send a fake version of you into the house. As Izuku said, when, where, and how, and as Finn said, don't question it. How about we, let's just have fun, just going outside and kick some asses. As Izuku said, fine, I'm gonna play your games. As Finn said, great, now hold the camera while I'm gonna rob the bank, alright? As Izuku said, fine. I just know what I'm doing here. As Finn said, did you say something? As Izuku said, no, just go and steal the bank. As Finn said, you might need to wear a mask, As Izuku said, do you have a mask? As Finn said, yeah, I have a mask. Here, take this. As, Finn throwing to Izuku a mask that looking like this. As Izuku said, do you really have this mask? As Finn said, yeah, is it a problem? As Izuku said, somehow it feels familiar. I doesn't know why, but it felt like I saw it before. As Finn said, oh come on, you must imagining things. Come on, let's go. And after that, Izuku just putting on the mask. And, this mask has actually changed the color of Izuku hair into black because is like keeping the identity of the person so secret, even turning their hair into a different color. As after that, Izuku was, standing on the roofs with Finn, as Finn said, alright, look, I'm gonna go from the in front door and I'm gonna say, get in and start saying hello to everyone, and after that, I'm gonna jump, behind the walls and, using the poison that have, the acid liquid inside this bottle and throw it on the, on the walls to melt the walls away and start stealing the money inside the bank. As Izuku said, I mean, why am I even helping you with this? As Finn said, oh come on, I'm gonna give the money back, of course, after I buy for myself some hot dog. As Izuku said, what was that? As Finn said, nothing, nothing, just hold the camera, please. And after that, Finn and Izuku get, inside from the front door, as Izuku just holding the camera while Finn saying, hello everyone, did you miss me? As after that, the police said, oh shit, it's this kid again. As they hold their gun into, a Finn head, as Finn said, sheesh, this is more warm welcoming than I expected. Well, guys, look, how about you just give me the money? I just need a couple of hot dogs. As, the chief of police is standing there saying, Finn, give up right now and throw all of your weapons. As Finn said, alright. And after that, Finn throwing his sword in front of him, as the chief of police said, I said all of your weapons. As Finn said, alright, fine. And after that, he take off his green bag and open it up and start throwing swords, guns, bombs, nuclear's bomb, and poison gas and things like that out of his bag. As the police is just saying, holy shit, how much this kid having in his bag. As Finn said, this is my laser gun, this is my blade, and this is my knives, and oh yes, the green blade. As after that, the blade starts moving on its own. As Finn said, oh shit, come on, calm down, you idiot. As Izuku said, what's wrong with this sword? As Finn said, oh, this is just the green sword that Finn normally use. I doesn't really remember the sword name. Wait, let me remember it. Yes, the grass sword. As the grass sword start doing like a circle motion, start doing like a tornado around the place. As the guns of the police officers being sucked into the tornado, and after that they being cut off and turned into little pieces. As Finn said, good work, grass sword. As Izuku said, what kind of sword is this? As Finn said, don't worry about it. Now, I just need to, $5 to buy myself a hot dog. That's all what I need. As the chief of police said, God damn it, kid, what? Just capture him. As the police officers and two heroes, which is Kamui Woods and Death Arms, start using their quirks to capture Finn. Finn said, make sure to take the footage out of my good side. Alright, Flame Demon. As Izuku said, fine, why am I even here in the first place? As Finn, start using the grass sword, fighting against the, Death Arms and the other Kamui Woods, and just going left to right, punches and slashes, not killing them, but just injuring them. As after that, he take out of his, pocket a smoke bomb as he throw it down, and after that, everyone starts coughing, saying, where is that kid gone? As after that, when the smoke clears, they see the wall on the, one of the walls has been melted away, and the money behind the wall, the bank, or, the closet, or not the closet, I mean, the money has disappeared from behind the door. As one of the police said, the money has been stolen. As the chief of police said, damn it, he stole it again. Well, at least we have his weapons. As he looking behind, he see all the things that Finn has already dropped being taken away. As he said, "God damn it! Why can't we capture a fucking kid in a 16 years old?" As after that, Finn and Izuku just on the on the roof. As Finn said, "Did you saw that flame?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I saw it." As Finn said, "Come on, show me the footage. How was it? The footage? Are they good?" As Finn started, watching the video on the camera. As he said, "Midoriya." As Izuku said, "Yeah." As Finn said, "You forgot to take off the fucking. You forget to fucking turn on the camera. How could you really forget something that important?" As Izuku said, "I don't know. I never used the camera before." As Finn said, "Seriously, that was the best thing that I ever did so far." Damn it, Midoriya. Well, it's not a big deal. Let's just go and buy for ourselves some hot dogs. As after that, Finn and going with Izuku buying some hot dog. As they just eating it in the park in the middle of the night, of course. As Izuku said, "So, why did you become a vigilante?" As Finn said, "It's a long story. To be honest with you, it started when I, never find out who is my real parents. I never knew who is my mother is or my father. Well, in the beginning, after a couple of, years, another family took me in, which is they're one of the, they had a son. He called himself, was his name I remember, is Jake. He was having a weird ability of turning, his body was like a plastic. He was able to be like a big ball and start, absorbing all attacks and things like that. It was a weird quirk, but it was cool, He was able to morph his body into things like cars and, make his body much more bigger. He was such a great pal of me. Uh, we were such a great friends. I would even say that we were brothers. But one day, the thing happened. As me and Jake were inside our tree house behind behind the house. As our house, the house where my mom and dad were burning down. As me and Jake tried to go in and try to save them, but we already found them dead. After that, a rubble was about to fall on my head, but Jake immediately pushing me out of the way, saving my life, but he being stuck under the rubble. And since his body is technically like plastic, the flames were his first and last, his first weak point by the side of, ice. I tried to help him, but I couldn't. I was just so weak. And after that, he just told me to run away because I will not be able to help him, and if I just stayed there, I will gonna die. In the end, I just ran away like a coward. The police and firefighters finally came in, but they were too late before Jake and my father and mother died. After that day, I got into an orphanage. It wasn't the best life in the orphanage, but I just ran away and start living on my own in the street. After a couple of, pickpockets, taking money out of the people, just robbing them, I managed to get some things like this bag and this, the clothes that I'm wearing right now. After that, I start seeing heroes on the street, seeing how they save people and everything. As I remembered how Jake told me to leave him behind and how I was unable to save him. As in that day I decided finally to save anyone that I see, to capture any villain that I will gonna see, and to help anyone. I will never gonna get late on saving someone live again, and I will never gonna forget that moment. And after that, I just, continue stealing things from villains, villains that have swords, I just took their swords. Villains that have some sort of guns, I just took them. Poison, some poison gas, bullets, things like that. I just put it all in my pocket dimension and just running on the roofs, and also start to train on my body to build it and be much more stronger. Well, this is my story. What is your story, Izuku? As he, looking, spin his head and look directly at Izuku. As Izuku once, Finn spin around, Izuku immediately go hugging him as he said, I really didn't think that your life was that fucked up. As Finn is quite surprised by this, as he said, what are you doing? As Izuku said, I'm sorry for everything that happened to you. I can't imagine how you got through it. And even then, you're trying to help people. Normally, anyone in your place might end up like a villain. As Finn said, yeah, you might be right. Well, as Finn stand up from the bench and said, look like the time has done. We need to give the money back into the bank. Alright, Izuku? As Izuku said, alright. And after that, Finn just, throwing the money into the building using, like a machine gun, literally. Using not a machine gun, but more like a rocket launcher, just putting all the money inside rockets, and after that, he literally shooting the rockets inside the building. As he doing that, he and Izuku just leave the place, Izuku telling him goodbye and Finn telling him goodbye, as Izuku come back to his house from the window, and seeing, his clone on the bed just sleeping, as Izuku said, well, Finn told me if I just touched him, he will gonna disappear. And after that, Izuku just touching the clone and disappear. As Izuku said, alright. Nice. That was easy. I wonder what's will gonna Finn do now? He might actually be a good friend. As Izuku go to sleep. And this is gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.